Hey, this is Skullgirdle, and welcome to How I Met Tim Vic, or the world's most oblivious Gothic rock fan. WGT 2019. I don't know what's up with the hands either. Whatever, let's move on with the story. So, on Friday at WGT 2019, like I just said, I went with Matthew and Angela to meet other friends at the Taubschental, which is a lovely venue with a huge courtyard. They even had food trucks, a bar downstairs, a bar upstairs. They had a lovely balcony. Really just a nice venue. Although the venues in Germany are not air conditioned, or if they are, it's very, very fucking weak. In America, we have pretty much a refrigerator that you sit in the summertime and freeze your ass off because it's so hot outside. So, you know, I guess that's like a warning. I don't know. After October burns black, we go outside to enjoy a little bit of fresh air because it's stuffy in there with all the people's heavy breathing and sweating all over the place while they're all excited over the concert. So we're outside talking to Anne and probably just a random few people coming here and there. And then I see somebody kind of walking up and I realize that that's DJ Luna out of Philadelphia. And we have been Facebook friends for a while. And so it's like, hey, so we said hugs and hello. She's such a sweet person. I would have to say effervescent. So very kind. So she had this friend with her named Tim. And we're just talking about stuff, you know, pretty much, how do you like Germany? How was the show? Do you like October Burns Black, etc., etc.? And I'm like, well, yeah, I like October Burns Black, dude. I was wearing the shirt. So we're just talking about whatever. And then after a while, we have this discussion about who's older. I don't know why. I get in these discussions with people because they think I'm younger than I am. And I have to wonder how many people need glasses. Anyway, so we're talking about, it turns out I'm older, just so you know. And then we are talking about like maybe bands or something like that, kind of kibitzing casual. And then Matthew and Angela were talking to Anne about science stuff, and then they're over here talking to Luna and Tim, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's not exactly small talk, but it's not like the deep-seated problems of the world and how we're going to fix them and all of our feelings forever. So then, I don't remember what comment Luna made, but there's like pieces of this conversation I remember. But all of a sudden Tim's like, well, you know, I don't really like Gothic rock. That's just not for me. And yeah, I knew it was sarcasm, but whatever. So I say, I love Gothic rock. It is hands down my absolute favorite music genre. I could listen to it for the rest of my life. Or whatever drunken thing I said. I laugh about that, whatever, you know, because I was just answered with literalism, which is fine. You know, and Luna's over there being her fabulous self because she is one of the most effervescent and lovely people. She is just a wonderful person. Interesting, funny, intelligent, whatever. She's just like that, all the things. And I like her a lot. So then Tim asked me, he's like, what do you think of Nosferatu? Except he probably didn't say it like that. I feel like I must have learned how to say it from somebody very pretentious. Nosferatu. So I've been practicing Nosferatu. On with the story. So Tim asked me what I feel about Nosferatu. He's like, how do you like Nosferatu? And I'm like, shit, that's a loaded question, because when you're talking to someone, especially in this subculture, of which I'm a part, or, you know, if you're a metalhead or punk, you know, whatever, in a music-based subculture, I was like, oh shit, well, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or piss them off or anything. So I was like, well, I don't want to say anything bad, and I don't want to be rude or anything, but I like the music, and I have an album, and I like it very much, but I'm just not into that over-the-top vampire stuff with fangs and the looking for your forever lost eternal love and the vampire hair or whatever. Tim and Luna laughed their ass off at that, and I was like, okay, well, good. I guess I didn't alienate anybody. And then we're talking to Matthew and Angela. The five of us are just talking. And I don't know how it came around what Tim's last name was. He's like, it's Vic. Well, you know, like I hear it like that. You guys should know. Because I have the tinnitus, and so I have this neurological problem that makes hearing weird sometimes with all this background noise. And I'm like, Victor? And he's like, nah, Vic. And I'm like, okay. He might not have said nah, he might have said no. I don't know. So Angela's over here, and apparently she's has the same neurological disorders I do. Because she's like, Victory? Victor? What was that? Was it Victory? I was like, Vic. She's like, Victor? I was like, no, it's just Vic. So we all figure out this guy's last name. We've had the age contest, of which I'm the oldest. We've discussed my not huge love for the people who want to be vampires, or think they are vampires. So Luna and I had already talked, and we already knew we were having lunch Saturday. And so me and Matthew and Angela were like, well, we'd really like to go somewhere authentically German. We know there's a festival going on, and I don't necessarily want just a sausage roll. I'm pretty sure Angela spoke was like, that'd be fine with me, knowing her that would be fine with her. She fucking loves bratwurst. The next day, I'm getting ready, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to go back to the hotel before the next evening's events, which were back at Taubstental. I get dressed up, and I'm mostly extra. Not fully extra, just mostly with my little feathers in my purse. The only reason I'm describing what I was wearing is because we had to walk through the Leipzig City Festival past like a bajillion fucking people for like a mile. So I'm getting cranky because people are laughing at me, because when you're extra and you're at a goth festival, all the basics, not all of them, but quite a few will just laugh at you, talk, stare, whatever. And some goths will do the same thing. So, you know, I generally don't really care, but sometimes it really starts to get on my fucking nerves. And we get to this restaurant, and there's a ton of people outside. We go inside, and there's almost nobody in there. So we go back there. They're enjoying a beer. And our server comes over to the table, and she does not speak English. So we're at a little disadvantage because I've lost all my German. Tim decides that he wants us to have the best German meal experience possible. So he wants to order, because everybody but me is having schnitzel. I'm having goulash because I want something light. He goes to all this effort to order a platter of different kinds of potatoes, because in Germany, they make fucking amazing potatoes. And spends like 15-20 minutes discussing that, making sure I get my Schwarzbier, which, of course, you know, I tried to order Kirschbier. I so tried to order Kirschbier every fucking place I went. I tried to order it in our hotel lobby bar. I was like, everywhere I go, I'm going to try to get Kirschbier, because if it's possible to have a Kirschbier, I want to be doing that. They bring all this food to the table and stuff like that, and then we just commenced to having lovely conversation. Although I did notice they did not bring the actual potato dumplings on that platter like he asked, and I know he asked, because it's Kartoffeln, I think. Kartoffeln. Whatever, I got one. After lunch, after we're, you know, leaving and stuff like that, Angela and Matthew cannot stop talking about how great this guy is. And they just love him. It's like, I swear they're fucking best friends or something like that. So yeah, it was fucking Tim Vic, the singer of Nosferatu. I figured you got that a while ago. Later I get a message that says it was nice to meet you. Well, Matthew and Angela had been texting back and forth with him from their hotel room. I don't know if they're still texting this guy, but they fucking love that guy. They're like, he's just the best person. He was just the best guy. You know, and lunch conversation, we're talking about, and it's funny because Angela and I, you know, we have a lot of belly dance entertainment experience. That sounds weird when I say it. We performed a lot. You know, professional shows, amateur shows, whatever. We've been to a lot of performances. We performed a lot. I've probably done 200 at least belly dance performances. And so it's funny that we were talking at lunch with the Tim Vic about, you know, foibles of their 2015 WGT performance, and then talking about dancers going crazy and shit in our performances. It's weird to have like a commonality, because, you know, you're like, oh, he's like this big rock star or some bullshit like that, because yes, I had figured it out by then. I'm not that fucking oblivious. And just a common thread with performance, just because with performers, y'all, you know that shit can go crazy, whatever the performance is. And it was really fun. It was just really fun and really, I don't know, gratifying to meet someone so fucking normal. Same thing with Luna. She was just a lovely human being. So that is how I met Tim Vic and had yet another oblivious meeting with somebody who's with some fucking famous ass band in the Gothic rock world. There you go. So hey, thanks for watching. Until next time.